Hi friends, I'm Crystal Bessie of the Louisiana Farm to School program. This month's Louisiana Harvest of the Month thrives in the muddy waters of the southern region of the United States. And it holds a humble yet essential piece of our culinary history here in the South. It's catfish. In the past, eating catfish was a social experience where they were caught wild, prepared, and eaten together as a group. Now most of the catfish we eat are farmed from ponds like the one we'll see today. Join me and let's learn a little more about how the catfish hooked America. Today we're with Jason Guidry visiting one of their catfish farms in the Mississippi Delta where catfish are grown and raised before being shipped to their processing facility in Breaux Bridge. Jason and his sister Cherrie's parents started catching and processing wild catfish on a small scale in 1976.
I showed my dad how you could catch catfish in a wooden box, a trap basically, and my mom went out in the waterways and put the traps out and they started catching catfish and cleaning them and selling them to Ezel Fish Company.
They've come a long way. They switched from harvesting wild-caught catfish to farm-raised catfish at ponds like this. Today, Guidry's is one of the largest catfish producers in the United States. The fish that they farm here is only a small portion of the 60 million pounds that they process at their facility. I know that catfish can take on the flavor of the waters that they swim in. So can you tell me a little bit more about farm-raised catfish and what the benefits are?
Farm-raised catfish are fed a high-quality protein feed. It's blown out into the ponds and the fish come to the surface to eat the feed.
A true example of you are what you eat. Wild catfish hang out in the muddy bottoms of the waters where they eat and live, so they easily take on the muddy flavor. Since farm-raised catfish have learned to feed on top of the ponds, they have a more mild flavor and consistent texture. Catfish prefer warmer climates, is that correct? Is that why catfish are grown more down in the south or farm-raised here?
Catfish need 4 seasons and the water temperature needs to be 82 degrees for the fish to eat every day. So we really grow the fish when weather is above 82 degrees.
Catfish farming starts in hatcheries. Once they grow into small catfish, called fingerlings, they are released into the ponds where they grow quickly during the feeding season that lasts through the summer months and into the fall when the water temperature is warm. So these are kind of, I guess, smaller areas to grow a large amount of fish. Can you tell me more about how oxygenation works, how you aerate your ponds?
Yeah, we have to aerate the ponds for dissolved oxygen in the water. And the paddle wheels contribute to aerating the ponds. Without the paddle wheels, our production would be 2,000 pounds to the acre. With the paddle wheels, we can produce up to 10,000 pounds an acre.
Wow, that's a big difference. So it keeps them healthy.
Right, it keeps the water saturated with oxygen to support life.
When it's time to harvest, workers use large seine nets to capture the catfish weighing over 2 pounds without having to drain the ponds. Next, cranes equipped with scales hoist large nets full of catfish from the ponds directly into the live haul tanks on trucks specially designed to ensure the fish are transported in a stress-free environment. All right, well, thank you, Jason, so much for showing me around the farm. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see the processing facility. But right now, let's take a look and see what Judy's got cooking up in the kitchen.
Hello, here we are again, and today we're learning all about catfish from Cherrie Guidry. My first introduction to catfish was when my dear friend, Miss Miriam Myhand, got some small whole catfish from a fisherman in her trailer park. She showed me how to skin them and gut them and dip them in a mustard sauce and then into cornmeal and fry them whole. What do you call fish like that you skin and gut and eat whole?
Judy, we call that collarbone or whole dress.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And so it means collarbone because you cut the head off at their collarbone.
That's right.
Very good, very good. We had a feast and I was a convert. I'd never seen a catfish, but the name fit. They have long whiskers, just like a cat, and the whiskers are called barbels. All catfish have at least one pair on the upper jaw, and they may have a pair of whiskers on their snout and their chin. Fried catfish are a staple food in Louisiana, but today we're going to try something a little different. We're going to prepare some oven-fried catfish fillets on tacos. Since catfish are a low-calorie source of lean protein, some healthy fats, and vitamins and minerals, they can be an excellent addition to any meal. Growing up, I liked to read my mother's Maida Gibbons' Modern Encyclopedia of Cooking, and it's been my guide throughout my career, teaching students how to cook. And today I'm going to demonstrate the Spencer method for oven-fried fish that I discovered in that cookbook. The Spencer method helps create that texture that you like so much, the crunchy texture of fried fish without submerging the fish in oil. So the first thing that I'm going to do, we have these beautiful small 2 to 3 ounce catfish fillets, and I'm going to dip them into some evaporated milk, and then I'm going to coat them in some panko. So one of the things that you have to do is press those breadcrumbs into it, so that they soak up the milk.
Okay.
All right. Now that we've got some breadcrumbs on them, we're going to put them on this pan that has parchment paper. Ooh, wait. Can't forget the black pepper. And we'll place them on the pan like this. There's a little sheen of oil on the parchment paper here. And then we're going to drizzle a little oil. In the oven that's heated to 500 degrees, we're going to just bake these for only 10 minutes. So it's a quick recipe. That's one of the things that I really like about it. So what I've done is I charred these corn tortillas. So that's a fun thing to do. It gets all puffy and gets a good flavor. And then we have some of our Spencer method catfish. So you just put a small piece in there. And what I like to do just to make it work a little bit better is cut it into some pieces like that. And then we have a variety of different toppings that we put on. So the first thing that we're going to do is put a little bit of this marinated red onion and some jalapenos on there.
That looks delicious.
Doesn't that look delicious?
Yes, I can't wait to try it.
Okay, and then we'll put a little bit of the crema. And then, because it's my favorite, we have a little salsa verde to put on there. Just put it, drizzle it across. Maybe a piece of cilantro for fun, if you like cilantro. And then, for people who like a little guacamole, we're gonna put that on there too. Okay, it's brunch time. Who wants to try a fish taco? There you go.
Oh, thank you, Judy. So I get the honors?
You do, you
Oh,
get the
thank
honors, the
you.
first taste.
Delicious.
Okay, very good. What a delicious combination of flavors and textures. And now it's time to go to the facility and see how the catfish are processed.
Let's go.
All right, here we are at Guidry's Catfish. We followed the catfish here from the Mississippi Delta ponds to the processing facility, a short haul to in Brobridge, Louisiana. And this is where the catfish come to become the products that their hungry customers are waiting for. I'm here with Cherrie Guidry, and she and her brother continue the operation and management of the processing facility here for farm-raised catfish.
Well, thank you guys for coming out.
So the fish are brought here live in trucks, and when they arrive, how long does it take to process the fish?
Where our catfish arrive live and they are processed, frozen, and packaged in under an hour.
So how are you all able to process the catfish so quickly?
Well, over the last 45 years, we've really focused on perfecting and streamlining our production process. A major component in that equation would be that we operate out of a state-of-the-art facility with most of our production process being fully automated. Plus, we have almost 300 loyal, wonderful employees who are so dedicated to this company, and they play a huge role in ensuring that our process runs efficiently and smoothly.
Tell me a little bit more about how you maintain quality of your products.
Well, it really starts at the farm with quality feed and a commitment to excellence. All of our catfish go through several rounds of flavor testing before we decide to purchase the fish, and it arrives here at our facility. This ensures we select only the best tasting catfish to get our name. Once the catfish arrive at our facility, the whole production process is temperature controlled and monitored by our in-house food quality and safety team.
Tell me a little bit more about what kind of products you all have available for purchase.
Sure. Well, we sell our catfish basically prepared 3 ways: fresh, frozen, and breaded. Our products can be found in grocery stores and restaurants throughout the United States.
Thank you so much for having us here today. We've had an amazing day, and I just love the tour, so I appreciate you having us.
Well, thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate you guys coming.
The Louisiana Harvest of the Month program showcases a different Louisiana-grown food each month in Louisiana communities. We hope you will join us in tasting Louisiana this month.